Yo, what's poppin', squad? Welcome back to the only channel that rips the marketing mask off and serves straight firearm facts. Zero sugarcoating. Your boy's in the building, and right now we're jumping straight into the biggest banger of 2025, the top 10 9mm pistols that are flat out running the game today. These are the ones that have patrol officers, daily carriers, and USPSA speed demons absolutely obsessed. I've dumped literal bricks of ammo through every single one. Beat them in mud, drown them in monsoon rain, mag dump till the barrels glowed. Also, I can drop nothing but cold, hard truth on why they're special. Hunting for an unbreakable duty banger, a ghost that vanishes on your hip, or a range monster that shoots like it's cheating. We've got the whole menu. So pop that ice-cold energy drink, get comfy in the chair, and let's absolutely shred the best 9mm handguns of the year. We're starting at 10 and climbing all the way to the undisputed champ. Don't even think about dipping out early. Kicking the countdown off at number 10 is the absolute icon, the Glock 17 Gen 5, the original striker-fired king that wrote the book everyone else copies. This thing has been the gold standard for it just works, reliability, and raw durability for longer than some of y'all have been alive, and Gen 5 only turned the volume up. You're looking at a 4.49-inch barrel, overall length barely kissing 8 inches, and a featherweight 25 ounces empty. That legendary polymer frame feeds off standard 17-round mags. So whether you're holding a beat, rocking off duty, or turning cash into brass at the range, you're never short on rounds. Trigger snaps at a consistent 5.5 pounds with a solid, predictable wall, backed by Glock's famous 3-layer safe action system, so it never flinches when stakes are high. The real sauce? This pistol literally laughs at abuse, rainstorms, sand, mud, whatever, it keeps chugging. Aftermarket is on another planet. Holsters, lights, optics, milled slides, you name it, it's sitting on a shelf right now. Field strip it faster than you can tie your shoes, no tools, and resale value stays stupid strong. The gripes? 1911 converts whine about the grip angle for the first week. The chunky plastic aesthetic won't win beauty pageants next to steel beauties. Trigger snobs catch a tiny bit of creep, and the slide finish will pick up character after hard living. Still, at a real street price of $550 to $600, the Glock 17 Gen 5 is the ultimate no-drama workhorse that hands you pro-tier performance without setting your bank account on fire. Charging into the number 9 spot is the CZP-10C, the Czech beast that's been on a rocket ship up the charts, and you'll see why in about 3 seconds. She's 7.3 inches overall for 0.02-inch barrel and a crazy light 26 ounces unloaded. Tough as nails fiber-reinforced polymer frame, flush 15-round mag standard, but slap on the extended floor plates, and you're suddenly rolling with 17 or even 19 rounds of freedom. The trigger is straight fire for the money, razor crisp 4.5-pound brake, basically zero over travel, so your splits stay lightning fast. Deep, aggressive front and rear serrations make racking the slide feel like cheating even with sweaty palms or thick gloves, and that ultra-low bore axis keeps the muzzle glued flat, so follow-ups are instant. Grip texture and geometry are perfect right out of the box, plus swappable backstraps and a true ambi-mag release let you dial it and like it was built on your hand. Shooting this thing just feels unfair. The ergos and performance are on a whole different level. The catches? Holster game still isn't quite Glock level. US aftermarket is catching up fast. Mags disappear the second the news freaks people out, and some new owners say the slide stop is a little tight at first. That said, for just $475 to $525 on the street, the CZP-10C brings legit premium vibes and performance without the premium wallet pain. Locking down number 8 is the Smith & Wesson M&P 9M 2.0, the all-American striker that finally feels like S&W sat down, listened to every complaint, and fixed the damn thing. She stretches 8 inches tip to tip for 0.25-inch barrel and clocks in at 28.9 ounces empty. Classic polymer frame, 17-round mag standard, and that M2.0 stippling is absolutely perfect. Grippy enough to anchor your hand through a hurricane, but won't turn your palm into ground beef after a few hundred rounds. Trigger is a massive leap over the old models. Hits the wall at 5 pounds, super clean break, and a loud clicky reset that makes double taps feel automatic. It's been a cop and military favorite for years, and that lifetime service policy is straight-up peace of mind in your pocket. You've got endless frame sizes, slide lengths, factory optics cuts. The aftermarket is gigantic, and it's one of the most modular platforms breathing. Any beef? Guys with princess hands say the texture is too spicy. The trigger is awesome, but still not quite Euro crisp. The frame flexes just a hair when you're absolutely sending it, and the mag disconnect safety triggers the purest heart. All that noise aside, at $475 to $525, the M&P 9M 2.0 delivers combat-proven reliability and wild versatility for a price that's basically robbery in the shooter's favor. Blasting into the number 7 spot is the Walther PDP full size, the German beast that shows up from the factory looking like somebody already spent an extra grand tricking it out. We're rocking a 4.5-inch barrel, 8.1 inches end to end, and a stupid light 25.4 ounces bone dry. The trigger is straight up witchcraft, 5.8 pounds, but with the shortest, crispest glass rod reset you'll ever feel on a striker gun. It'll ruin you for life. Slide is optics ready for literally every major dot on the planet with no plates. And those super terrain serrations let you rip that thing like you're trying to start a chainsaw in a hurricane, rain, mud, thick gloves, doesn't matter. Tenifer finish laughs in the face of rust. The match grade barrel is throwing sub 2-inch groups at 25 yards straight out of the box. And the grip fits everything from kid hands to absolute meat paws with zero fuss. Perfect when you're sending a grand through on a weekend. Price tag, $650 to $725. Holsters can be a little rare depending on where you live. Factory mags cost more than a nice steak dinner, and some big-handed dudes smack their middle finger on that deep trigger guard undercut. Even with that, the Walther PDP full size is pure German over-engineering that earns every penny and owns its top 10 spot like a boss. Sliding into number 6 is the Heckler & Koch VP9, the pistol that reminds the world HK builds literal tanks you can actually strap to your hip. You get a 4.09-inch barrel, 7.34 inches overall, and 26.56 ounces empty. Polymer frame, 15-round mag standard. Yeah, it's a couple round behind the new hotness, but it makes up for it with that legendary drop it off a building and it still runs HK reliability. Trigger is silky smooth at 5.4 pound with a rolling brake that's money every single time. Fully adjustable grip panels and back straps let you mold it like it was 3D printed on your hand. And those massive charging supports at the rear make racking the slide a joke, even with thick winter gloves or under MVGs. Polygonal rifling gives you a barrel that'll last forever in groups, so tight you'll swear the target shrank, plus fit and finish that's stupidly high-end. Downsides: 15 rounds feels light in 2025. Street price sits $700 to $775, so you're in premium territory. Aftermarket is basically a desert because HK does HK things. Mags are expensive and disappear faster than toilet paper in 2020, and the grip turns slick when your hands are soaked. Still, the VP9's precision, bulletproof toughness, and that pure HK arrogance keep it locked solid in the top half. We just punched into the top 5, and charging in at number 5 is the SIG Sauer P320X5 Legion, the modular monster that has competition shooters and gear nerds losing their minds. This absolute unit is 8.5 inches long, 5-inch barrel, and a hefty 35.6 ounces thanks to that tungsten-loaded polymer frame that eats recoil like candy. Ships with 17-round steel mags, but throw in the 21-rounders and you're good for a whole stage without touching a reload. Flat trigger brakes at a surgical 4.5 pounds with a reset so short you barely feel it. Slide is direct milled for Romeo 1 Pro or any popular dot. No plates, Legion texture locked your hand in without shredding it. Adjustable Dawson irons come comp ready, and the giant flared magwell makes reloads feel illegal. Accuracy is borderline unfair, and because it's AP320 you can swap frames, grips even jump to .40 or .357 SIG whenever you want. The pain? You're coughing up $900 to $1,000. That weight kills it for all-day appendix carry. Legion-specific holsters are still playing catch-up, and the heavy slide feels a little lazy if you're used to featherweights. Bottom line, if you live for precision and endless customization, the P320X5 Legion is straight up crack for gun addicts. Rolling in at number 4 is the Springfield Armory Enhanced Micro 9, the pocket-sized rocket that's absolutely dominating 2025 for anyone living in gym shorts and a t-shirt. This single-stack 9mm is a ridiculous 6.6 inches overall, 3-inch barrel, an insane 18.6 ounces empty, lighter than most cell phones with a case. Flush mag gives you 7+1, but the extended 9-rounder still hides better than your wallet. Trigger is a razor-crisp 5 pounds with a short reset that punches way above its microweight class. Night sight standard, grip texture that actually works, low-profile optics cut ready for RMSC or Holosun 507K, dual recoil springs keep the snap totally manageable, and the super slim profile disappears under the lightest summer carry rig. Springfield's lockup is tighter than a drum. DLC-coated barrel adds extra toughness. Obvious downsides. 7+1 is low compared to the fat double stacks. Big hands feel cramped. Aftermarket is growing fast, but still nowhere near Glock or SIG levels. That said, at $550 to $625 street price, the Enhanced Micro 9 is the undisputed king for anyone who wants to carry the absolute minimum and still have a real fighting pistol. Claiming that well-earned bronze at number 3 is the Beretta APX-01 full-size, the striker-fired phoenix that rose from the ashes and has the entire community saying wait. Beretta's back in 2025. She's 7.9 inches tip-to-tip for a .25-inch barrel and a perfectly balanced 29 ounces empty. Polymer frame, 17-round mag standard, and the new A1 trigger is an absolute slapper. Crisp 5.2-pound break with a loud, clicky reset that hangs with guns costing double. Slide is optics ready day one. Nasty deep serrations front and rear, nitride finish that doesn't care about sweat or salt water. That famous ultra-low Beretta bore axis, plus the redesigned grip, makes this thing shoot flatter than a parking lot. You can empty a mag, and the dup barely leaves the A-zone. Swappable back straps, reversible mag release, optional thumb safety if that's your flavor. It's stupid simple to make it fit you like a glove. The complaints? Aftermarket is still building momentum, so holsters aren't on every corner yet. Some folks say the slide stop is a little petite, and $600 to $675 street price nudges it out of true budget territory. All that aside, the APX A1's mix of proven reliability, laser beam accuracy, and fresh out the gates upgrades makes it one of the biggest glow-ups and straight-up steals of the year. Snatching silver and coming this close to the throne at number 2 is the Staccato C2, the compact 2011 that somehow jams double-stack capacity and full-blown competition soul into something you can appendix all day without printing. She's 7.5 inches overall, 3.9-inch bull barrel, and a ridiculous 25 ounces unloaded, the perfect middle ground between Duty Beast and Deep Cover Ghost. Aluminum frame swallows 16+1 like it's a joke, and the trigger is pure sorcery. 4-pound glass rod break, so perfect it'll make you hate every striker trigger you ever touch again. Optics ready slide for whatever that you run. G2 grip texture that locks in without destroying your cover garments. And that bull barrel plus tuned recoil system shoots softer than most full-size polymer guns. DLC finish laughs at holster wear. Accuracy is legit match grade, and you're swimming in the mature 2011 ecosystem. Holsters, mags, parts everywhere. The damage? $2,000 to $2,300, so sell a kidney. The aluminum frame needs a little more love than a Glock. The double stack grip can feel thick for small hands, and spare mags cost more than a tank of gas. If the money's there, the Staccato C2 is the ultimate cheat code pistol. Everyday carry size with race gun performance. And now, hit me with that drum roll because your undisputed, reigning, defending 2025 champion is the SIG Sauer P365 X Macro. This little freak of nature completely broke the micro-compact rulebook and is sitting on the throne for a damn good reason. Just 6.6 inches long, 3.7-inch barrel, an insane 21.5 ounces, yet it somehow crams 17 plus 1 rounds into a double-stack mag, like it's laughing at physics. Flat trigger snaps at a surgical 4.8 pounds with a short, audible reset, X-ray, 3-night sight standard, slide milled optics ready for any micro that you want. The longer grip module is perfectly sculpted, swappable back straps, texture that bites when you squeeze but stays comfy for all-day carry. Low bore axis plus the built-in compensator keeps the muzzle flatter than glass. It shoots like a baby P320 on steroids. SIG reliability is baked in deep, feeds anything from cheap steel case to top-shelf JHP without a single choke, and the aftermarket is an absolute flood. Holsters, lights, mags, everything. Tiny nitpicks. The taller grip is a hair thicker than the original P365, so some outfits need a tweak, and $700 to $800 ain't pocket change. But when you stack insane capacity, true pocket size, and big gun performance, the P365X Macro is, hands down, the single best 9mm pistol breathing on the planet in 2025. And that's the full top 10 shooters. There it is, the undisputed kings of 2025. Which one's riding in your rig right now? Or did I miss your personal favorite? Blow up the comments. Tell me what you're carrying or what head-to-head you want next. If this got you hyped, smash that like button, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you never miss a drop. Appreciate every single one of you tuning in. Stay frosty, keep training, and we'll see you on the next one. Shoot straight, legends.